My name is Derek Braccio, about to be 29. I am a quasi baker and quasi chef. Um, yeah, I am not a trained baker. I'm not a trained chef. I've taught myself how to do everything. I originally was a bartender, been working in the beer industry since I was 21. Um, and the goal is to open up a neighborhood bar that has elements of baking, coffee, um, and my goal is to basically teach myself how to do it all. So I know how to be a terrible boss. Yeah, that's kind of summary of what I do. I was um, I was kind of stuck in a job that it was fine. I made a lot of money. I was working at a very prominent brewery in LA, um, but it was only originally supposed to be for a couple months, temporary. Ended up being there for 2 years. Um, but I had just kind of realized that if I wanted to do what I came here to do, I needed to start focusing on that. So I created Focaccia Boi. So created it just to kind of have fun with it, do it on the side when I'm not working. And then that was about a year ago, just over a year ago. And then the pandemic hit. And it was kind of a blessing in disguise. I was sitting on a mountain of flour and yeast and had friends who worked in restaurants and were able to, gather all the ingredients I needed. So I started doing deliveries for free, just around Orange County. And then that grew to people wanting it in San Diego. And then that grew to people wanting it in LA, and just kept going at that for months. Yeah, I mean, initially it blew up like within, a few weeks of doing it. It was just like my business doubled in 2 weeks. I went from doing 10 loaves a week part-time to doing 40 loaves a day. Yeah. And then lately, those last couple months, I've just been toying around doing pizzas. Not necessarily something I wanted to do in the first place, just kind of bored, I guess. Not bored. I was, I guess bored. I was bored of it. I just started making pizzas for myself for fun. And a few friends of mine had it, and they went nuts over it, and started doing pizzas. And then within the first pizza sale I did sold out in like 20 minutes. And then they just kept selling out over and over again. And then I got a feature from a food blog that overnight tripled my business. So that was crazy. I just kind of felt like I wanted something of my own. I wanted something where I can have that community space, where I can provide that space for my neighborhood, for the city, for whoever needs it. I'm very inclusive. I believe that every brand should be as socially, economically, just responsible in general. Just, you have to give back to your community. You have to support your community. And I feel like my way of doing that is to have a space to be able to say, this is a safe space for all of you to be. I'm not a rich person, but, in terms of the norm, I guess I'm in poverty, but, I don't feel like it. I've got a house. I got a business that's doing well. I've got some savings. I'm comfortable, and as long as I'm comfortable, the goal is to make everybody else comfortable too.